taking pamphlets of places we'll never go because we're selling the house.
Yeah, I've never gone there in 20 years.
Isn't there Google? Do we need this place anymore?
No.
You don't feel like you're on top of the person that's next
It's a relic of the past. It's
You
beautiful.
feel like you're in
This is a rest stop we always go to. What water you want to get?
Perrier.
Pierre? What?
I don't know.
What's special about this water?
Sparkling.
Sparkles?
Yeah.
So got Twilight Vampire, alright.
The soda is still as cheap as it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, the price don't change because no one ever got here.
So you're telling me I can buy 3-year-old soda?
Upstate, there's only two ways to get things. Either you go in the woods or you go to this big Walmart. This is where we always went.
Oh, the McDonald's closed.
This place has literally everything, so long as it's Walmart brand.
And Audrey Hepburn have in common.
Absolutely nothing.
No. What do me and Audrey Hepburn have in common?
I would say, I don't know, you don't even have the same eye color, I have no idea.
All right, so I have an autograph from her. You know,
She had an autograph from
hand
you?
signed, and it's from Cookie's Steakhouse in Brooklyn.
So Justin, it's been 2 years. Good to be back.
Yeah.
How's it feel that this is the last time we're going to be
Bittersweet.
driving up Bittersweet? Okay.
And that's my favorite all-time restaurant is Cookie's Steakhouse.
Is that hers?
And she went.
They have no more cookies.
I know they were, and I miss them all the time.
Used to jump on these rocks like little Jedi. Like a game, and we had sword fights over that way. There's a rock over there where we collected our sticks. We sharpened them and we trained and we fought hard. I think I still got some scars somewhere from it.
Well, she signed her autograph on a Cookie's Steakhouse napkin that I have, and that's the story. So we have Cookie's Steakhouse in common.
Alright, for whatever reason, I'm going to show you and start with the house tour in the basement. So let's go down here. Enough of my face. Oof. Whoops. Okay, these are the stairs. You know stairs, you walk on them. Table, globe in case you get lost, forget what planet you're on. I think this is a guest bed, we never really used it much. At least our ping pong balls were comfy. Yes, we have a ping pong table. By the time I upload this, the house will be gone, so it had. And yeah, I love ping pong. Tennis for lazy people, I love it. That Simpsons sign we had, you know, for as long as I remember. So, goodbye, Simpsons. Got some dragons. We always had family movie nights here. There's a big projector here. The family would, you know, recline here on these couches. I didn't like the feel, so I put blankets everywhere. I'm weird, I know. You're watching this channel, get over it. Yeah, this is what it looks like. This was like the biggest screen as a kid, and now it's just, it's still big. It's still big. But I worked at a movie theater, so it's not as big as, you know, my expectations get. We had all these movies here for our movie nights. Now we just have dragons and stuff. I loved dragons as a kid. My older brother Jordan loved them and got me into them. And yeah. This is the bathroom. I didn't knock. I'm glad no one's inside. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I'm beautiful too. And you're beautiful as well. Let's move on to the next room. Okay, this is old childhood bedroom. This is where the magic happened. I'm kidding, I was like 6. I probably didn't get laid. So this is our TV. Very oldish TV. Play some video games there occasionally. So we had these Pokemon blankets, and it's really old. It's like the OG Pokemon. Since I think I was like 4, maybe, I don't know. This deer blanket was really nice. I met these bands back when I was in sleepaway camp when I was a kid. I made this when I was 6. Yeah, I met that band. I interviewed years down the road one of the guitarists for that. Yeah, my older brother made this for me when I was a little kid. It was based on the rat from the Garfield movie with Bill Murray. Had a beanie baby named Louis or Louise or something, and he made a little picture. Love you, Jordan. Frogs, because I love frogs. Made that in art class when I was in elementary school. We went to the pamphlet store before, and yeah, let it be known, I collected the pamphlets too, no shame. We went to the zoo when I was a little kid. I saw this African elephant. I thought it was the coolest thing. And I still do. I'm not over it. And this, it was my prized gemstone collection. I believed in the magical healing powers of gemstones, and yeah, I still think they're cool. I'll keep the collection. But I spent years working on this. It's nice. I'm probably gonna give this up, and you know, maybe the new person who gets the house can lick this salt, because salt is delicious. Good to put on French fries. This is actually gold, but it lost its luster, so it looks like vomit, but it's actually gold. The irony is astounding. So this is Garfield. Yeah, as you could tell from that, I liked Garfield in the story. Justin was really into wolves and the Lone Ranger. So his bed had wolves, and the Pokemon blanket had more wolves. Lone Ranger and wolves. There's a pattern here. And yeah, the Catskills. Sullivan County. I love Sullivan County Catskills in the fall. Okay. That was my childhood bedroom. Let's go to the bedroom I would use later on. Okay. So I told you my older brother liked dragons. This was his room. So we have a lot of dragons here. And I grew up on the GameCube, so we had all these GameCube games that we moved here. I'll have to get rid of a lot of them and keep some. This boy's coming with me. Played a lot of TV games growing up before we played the GameCube Upstate. We got a Nintendo 64. Yeah, so my older brother Jordan, he stopped coming here at a point. So I took over the bedroom. Sorry, Jordan. I made your room a mess. And yeah, it's got a great view of the outside. Beautiful. We got that American flag. I feel like I'm on American Dad right now. Got a desk. I'm gonna take a test because I do dog training. We got some swords here in case of like a bear attack. You know how it is. Shot glasses. He was too young to drink, but what the hey. More dragons. This is a really nice bed. It's a very cool, of course, dragon blanket. We love our dragons here. I read these Dragon Codex books as kids because of Jordan, so I love my brother, and I love dragons. Maybe it wasn't the smartest idea to plant pine trees literally against the house. One day those trees are going to take over, but you know, it's someone else's problem. Wish them the best. And yeah, that's the room, and we'll move on from there. Oh, this was our old dog's old hat best friend, and he was a great best friend. Okay, let's move on to the next area. The not so lively living room. So we got some chessboards, and for the longest time I didn't know how to play chess. And the time I finally know how to play chess is the time we're selling this house, so that's sad. I have a fireplace here. It's always nice to have a nice warm fire on a cold winter day. We went sledding right down this hill over here, if you could see it. Doesn't look like much of a hill from here, but take my word, it was fun. This is the den. We'd play some video games here, some TV games. We we'd snuggle up on the couch, sometimes watch movies or shows. This is a nice view of the pond that we have here. We used to have fish. We introduced bullfrogs here. Sometimes there was a snake here once. And it really impacted the ecosystem in a very positive way here. So this was really nice. My dad was very proud of this pond when he made it. And I'm proud of him, absolutely. This is the kitchen. This is where we were nourished. Table. Used to be tons of expired food. Now there's just a small amount of expired food here. Now if you look inside here, there's a whole bunch of critter cages. So this is what I used to call, try to get this with one hand. This is what I used to call, hold up. The Frog Hotel. We'd go into the woods right over yonder, catch some toads and frogs and newt salamanders, put them in here for a sleepover, fill it up with some fresh water, and when we were done, and the next morning we'd either put them towards the pond or back into the forest, back into the wild where they belong. This was like the first little creature carrier I got. The handle's broken. Remember, I got a pet toad and I went to the puppy store with it and I had this little carrier. Little kid was asking me about it. It was cute. Good memories. The toad was named TJ and I caught my first pet toad here. His name, I think it was her. Her name was Toad. Originally it was Frog, and then I found out she was a toad, so I named her Toad. It's how it is when you're 6. This was one of our first critter things. Very old, very dated. This was meant for capturing fireflies. This is really cool. We got some other critter cages there. It's all really cool. Globe again in case you get lost. You never know, you never know. Coke. Freezer. I like to have ice cream cones there. Fridge. There's this old Coke bottle from Mexico. With a special Coke bottle. My dad made such a big deal for no one to drink it. Long and behold, it's one of the last things that remain in this desolate fridge. Glad we're not Pepsi people. We got the kitchen. We're gonna watch this movie tonight. Okay. This is the dining room. Ironically, there was not much dining here, but extra place to chill. Globe in case you get lost. Sometimes we'd have our dog, Baron. If we were to go somewhere, we'd put him in the crate. The crate would be over here, and we'd park right there. We're already parked there. And Baron would stick his little nose out, and you'd see his little nose. The first thing you saw when you came back. It was adorable. There's a little bear here that says welcome. That's our garage right there. And I would actually play archery. We had all these targets, and I'd shoot bows and arrows. I was a little green arrow. I did it for years. I was actually not too bad at it, and I'd go right over there. A little hard to see, but went right in that field. And I played frisbee in that field. We played, what did we play? Badminton. For nerds, we were pretty athletic. It was fun. This is another bathroom. Hello. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Let's move on. Great outdoors. Isn't it great? This was the field where we'd play our little sports and I'd shoot some arrows. You know, we'd go out in that forest and my dad at a point would tell us to stop and look up at the trees and listen. When I was a kid, I didn't fully understand, but I sort of got it. And it's something we can't appreciate when things are always moving, we're always on our phones, we're always busy. That silence is so important and so necessary, and it's all around us, and it's beautiful. We need to hone into that, so it's a lesson I'm grateful for. So I'm actually sit here for a bit, It's actually Earth Day when I'm filming this, so I'm gonna appreciate the nature while I still have it here. So we got a wild animal in the house. It's a wasp. And I'm actually going to catch it with this, and I'm not gonna kill it. How's about that birthday? Alright, wish me luck. There he is, I got him. I'm gonna let him go, just wanted you to see this and know that murder is wrong. Okay, let's take a walk. So we come upstate not for the fun inside, but for the funner outside, and the outside is fun. We were out in the wilderness with all the trees, and you can never tell if it's a dog barking or a coyote. That's the funny thing about upstate. This tree I called her Ruby, and I got her many years ago when I was a little kid during Hanukkah. Named her Ruby after the video game Pokemon Ruby, and she was like this big, and now she's like that big. So I'm gonna miss you, Ruby. We should hug you, but it'd stab me. We had some other trees here. We had like a peach tree, but the deer always ate it. That's a tree we planted. That's a tree we planted. A lot of fun here. And we had, this is the house, by the way. This is a view of the house. Beautiful. Planted all these trees. Made a fountain and everything. We play these little games here. It's what we called Rock Island. Used to be a lot of rocks, and now it's just kind of leaves. We'd make our sticks and have our sword fights. I think this was Justin's base. Pretty sure. So he had a base, I had a base, I think there was an extra base. It seemed a lot bigger when you were a kid. This is my base. Loved to stay under this pine tree. I remember grandparents came over one time and I stayed out in the rain, but I barely felt the rain because of that tree. There's a puddle here and I thought there were tadpoles. Turns out it was mosquito babies. I was disturbed. I'd have our sticks there. Over there, I think we had rocks as currency. Filmed a lot of videos here. And over there as well. This was the final base. Always hop on these rocks. Popped more with all the ferns over the summer. We'd always go on those rocks, and that was always an adrenaline rush. Big open field here. And sledding down this hill. Again, seemed bigger when you're a little kid. And I'll show you the last part of the front in a sec. As kids, we made some stairs. There's always, you see, it's just a bunch of rocks, but we were proud of that. Had a little bench here, it's broken up, and we found there were mice in there. That was fun. This is another little spot to sit on. Filmed some videos here back in the day as kids. Made a teepee right here with our old neighbor, right here. And it stayed for like, I think a few years, and then a snowstorm got it. It was like a big mud hill, that thing. Climbing that was crazy. Not much else to see besides a lot of trees and dead stuff, but this is a big part of my childhood. I'm gonna miss this. The reason they call it the great outdoors. It wasn't ironic, it actually is great. So, I'll show you the next part. So another big part of what we had here was our pond. This is it. We had pond fish in here, and then we raised bullfrogs, and right now it looks pretty dead. This is the field area where, again, we play archery and all our games and sports. Again, we filmed videos here back in the day when we were kids. It's coming full circle, and we bring it all to an end here. Past there, past those flags and those lights is the forest. And that's the last thing I will be showing for this video here, so I'll probably see you tomorrow for one last filming voyage. Before I forget, this is the garage. Play archery, targets. Targets are a bit small, so we put them on these old fountain boxes. Got a tractor, some bows and arrows to prove that I was a badass long time ago. And yeah, a lot of garbage we're throwing out, and we're just doing a lot of packing here. So again, I will see you tomorrow. Oh, look at that bird. That robin has been banging on that window. Like it's Robin banging on the bat cave for Batman or something. And he got scared, so I've been waiting for a while to see if it will come back, and it got back here. Bird watching at its finest. Up close and personal. I think it's making a nest. Or it wants to live here, it's crashing through the window. And Justin's leading the way through the forest.
If I
Remember where to go? Through the forest, one last hike. You got a snake.
Should we say good morning? Good morning.
Oh boy, that's a big snake.
Good morning. How are you today?
Let it be.
Well, yeah, let it be.
Oh yeah.
It's a garter snake.
Yeah.
Look at that little head poking out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, little snake. Thought you were a big worm. This is the rock wall that we'd always go past. What's the story behind this rock wall? Why is it here?
So it's over 150 years old. Clearly over 150 years old. And this is how the farmers used to, and if you go straight down, Brandon, you'll see a very high rock wall.
Yep, I used to climb on those as a kid.
So
And you weren't there.
this is how the farmland was divided up, because there's a lot of stones in the ground in Catskills, and when you clear the land, you would make a wall, a stone wall as your boundaries, and obviously you, at the same time, you'd be clearing the land to do farming or livestock like cows and cattle and so forth. And that's what this was used for. And this was long before barbed wire and stuff like that was invented. So this is what they did. For,
Still intact. Still got those very much intact. Very impressive. Don't mess with the farmers.
Oh, there's the, see the metal box and that other thing? That's probably where the china from the hotel is.
Yeah, there used to be a hotel here. We'd find glass bottles and things like that and collect them.
Right.
And over here is the famous pine forest.
Yes. Pine Grove.
Pine Grove. Is it Pine Grove Sanctuary? Is what you call it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So are those, I guess that's the line of our property. Trace it.
That is the end of theirs over there, and then ours goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were saying before, when we came here, when we were little, these were little baby trees on the floor, and now they're becoming the big trees, and it's full circle. It's the beauties of nature. All these bottles here and everything. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah.
You see that tree back there that's kind of dangling, that fell?
Yeah.
Climbed on that.
Really?
I did, many years ago.
Cool.
Still there. It's probably not climbable. I'm also bigger.
It is, but
It's also killable. That's the other thing. No, this is the end. This is the last stone wall.
Actually, our property does go past that, but that is the last stone wall. Goes down from there.
Take it in. This looks to be the end.
Yeah.
Goodbye, forest. It's been fun. the last stop for the day.
Yep.
As you can see, we're sponsored by McDonald's, so
Wish we had that McDonald's.
our rest stop back home was always McDonald's. There's a lot more than just McDonald's, but like it's pretty much the Disney of restaurants. And when we had our dog here, we'd take him over here to go out. He'd freak out when he saw other dogs like that. McDonald's. Oh wow, everything else is closed. I guess McDonald's really took over. Get some coins, pennies there sometimes. And some vending machines, and this is it.
Yeah.